This is for the person that's stuck in bed, that don't want to get up, that don't want to put their foot on the ground. This is for you. You're gonna look back, right? And you're gonna be like, dang, that's a long road that I just walked. Dang, I'm up so high, right? Because when you're in the zone, you don't see what other people are doing, right? You see what you're wanting and what you're going for. Somebody that's being verbally abused by their family every day. Like, you never know what people are going through. So be happy for where you are right now. If you do not like your situation, keep going to change it. Hey guys, I just wanted to come on here real quick and just give you guys a sort of a different video. This will not be a craft today because we're gonna be talking motivation, and this is for my business people out there. This is for my entrepreneurs. This is for people that have a goal and they are searching for something in life, but they just need a little extra kick to keep them going. I am not gonna say I'm perfect by any means. I don't wake up every morning like, I don't wake up like that, okay? Anybody that tells you that they wake up like Cinderella every morning, lies. Unfollow, block them and run, because they lying. Yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys about some things that I tell myself to keep going, you know, to keep motivated, because every day I wake up, it's a different story. Like, some days I'm like, yes, I'm ready to take on the world, right? But then some days I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to get out of bed. Why me? My life sucks. That's how we all are. So I just wanted to come on here and just tell you guys about a couple things that I do and say to myself to just keep myself going. Okay? All right, so I wrote this down because I don't want to make this video too long and I don't want to ramble, because you know I'm a rambler, y'all. But so number one, and I'm gonna read it off of I wrote a list, so I'm gonna read it off. Number one, knowing that tomorrow is not promised. You only get one life and you ain't getting any younger, okay? So what I mean by that is, I tell myself, like, if I die tomorrow, heaven forbids, right? It's done. Like, everything that I did in the past is the thing that counts. So what I mean by that is, just knowing that you only get one life, you have to ask yourself, is this what I want to be doing between now and dead? Like, is it? So you have to keep trying to make strides to make your life better and better. You get one shot in life and you need to live the life that you want to live, okay? And if right now is the situation where you're not happy with life and you want more, go and try to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no do-overs. Seriously, like, if you are not here tomorrow, we're gonna mourn your death, but life is gonna keep going without you. So what I tell myself is, I say, okay, I get one shot. What do I want my life to look like? And you ain't getting any younger. Every day that comes, you're getting older and older. Now, I'm not saying that to depress anybody out there, okay? Because sometimes, you know, you can get older and get graceful. You know what I mean? But anyway, whatever you want in this life, just go for it. Because what's gonna happen if you don't get it? What's gonna happen? You're gonna be right where you are now. That's not gonna kill you, right? But yeah, you only get one life, so you have to try to make this one life what you can to enjoy it as much as you can while you're here, if that makes sense. So I tell myself every morning, I got one life and I wanna make it the life that I deserve. I wanna make it the life that I want, and I wanna make it the life that I need, because who wants to live in a life where they're unhappy every day, experiencing sadness and not growing? Like, nobody wants a life like that. So yes, I tell myself every day, tomorrow isn't promised, so I gotta do everything I can right now while I'm living and breathing to get the life that I want. So number two is gonna kind of piggyback off of number one. Every day is a new day. Right? So let's say yesterday was probably the crappiest day ever. You probably had a flat tire, was stuck on the side of the road. Your dog was probably sick, and now your vet bill is like $800 and you got to pay for that. And it feels like the whole world is coming down on you and crushing on you, right? Just know that that's the past. Leave that in the past. Don't bring that burden with you to your future, because you're not going to grow that way. You got to tell yourself, that every day's a new day, every day's a brand new start. Always give yourself those positive affirmations to help yourself go. Yeah, I mean, I slip sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, oh, today sucks, or I don't want to be here. Why am I living? Like, you say things like that to yourself, I'm pretty sure, right? Because life gets hard, guys. Life gets tough. But you gotta know, like, every day is a new beginning. And guess what? You don't even know what's on the other side. Like, all we know is what's happening right now. Do you know what's gonna happen in the next hour? No. Do you know what's gonna happen in the next 5 hours? No. So you have to keep going so you can see what's gonna happen and keep pushing yourself and making strides to get to that next level, okay? I always tell myself I can be better than my previous day. So tell yourself that I can be better than the past. I get better with time. Whatever you gotta tell yourself, that is what helps me to keep going. Each day, I get another chance to improve on yesterday. I'm gonna say that again. Each day, I get another day to improve on yesterday. Tell yourself that, and I promise you, it's gonna get you out of bed and get you going, all right? All right, number 3. This one is my favorite. Number 3 is my favorite because this one always gets me going. So number 3, this is what you need to do. Look at your journey from where you came from. Like, I'm on Instagram, right? I document my journey on Instagram. So what I'll do sometimes when I'm not feeling motivated, I'll go to my Instagram, I'll scroll all the way to the bottom so I can see like the very first post, and I'll just start slowly scrolling. And then you know what happens, right? If you don't have Instagram, if you take pictures, if you document, you gotta document your journey somehow. But when I scroll on my Instagram, I see where I came from, and then I can see the growth happening before my eyes. It's kind of like a weight loss journey, right? You take that before picture and then you take pictures throughout your journey. That really does help because it lets you see like, okay, I feel crappy right now, but dang, I was really starting out rough back then, right? And it lets you see like, okay, yeah, I did start out pretty rough in the beginning, but then if you look at your journey, you're gonna see some growth. And that is very motivating. I don't know about y'all, but that's motivating to me. I look at my first YouTube video on here. Y'all don't look at my first YouTube video. But I look at my first YouTube video on here and I'm like, oh my God, this struggle was real. I was shooting that thing vertical. I didn't know what I was doing. But then when I look at that first video versus my video right now that y'all can see, I came up, and the only way I came up is I kept doing it. You gotta keep doing it over and over and over again. I promise you, there's no way that you can grow if you don't keep practicing, okay?
Practice don't make perfect, practice makes growth.
Okay? Growth. So, I'm gonna repeat this for y'all. This is my favorite step. Look at your journey from where you started from till now. That's gonna motivate you because everybody, I promise you, if you look at your journey, right? If you look at the very first day that you started and you decided, I wanna have a business, or I wanna sell jewelry, or I wanna make candles, or I wanna sell books, like me, right? And it's just gonna give you that energy and that motivation to keep going. So another thing too, to piggyback on number 3 is vision boards. I did a vision board, but I don't really do them every year. I've done one vision board. I don't know where it is right now. But if you're not into doing like vision boards, like, or go on your like Google Sheets or Google Slides and put together some images that motivate you, some things that you want. Where do you see yourself in like 5 to 10 years, right? Put a collage together of pictures, people that motivate you. That's gonna also be another way for you to see where you're gonna go and to help motivate you. I do that as well. For those who do not know, I am a children's book author. I wrote and published my first children's book in 2020, so it's been about 2 years now. So when I scroll on my Instagram, I can see from 2020 all the way till now, 2022, and y'all, the growth is real. Like, I came up, honey. I'm not saying I made it. I ain't made it yet. No, not yet. Not yet. You gotta say yet. But the growth is real. When I tell y'all, the growth is real, the growth is real. Okay. So number 4, this is something that I do. It may work for y'all. It may not. If you're not a very visual person, I don't know, maybe you can work on it. But what I like to do is I like to close my eyes, right? And I like to imagine, like have this vision of where I see myself in the next year. Or you know how you map out your life and you know like, okay, by year 1, I want to be here. By year three, I want to be here. By year 5, I want to be here. And if you don't plan, you gotta write this down. You gotta plan it, because that's the only way you can know where you're gonna go, right? So I'll close my eyes and I'll envision year 5. So this is year 2 for me. I got 3 more years. I'm envisioning year 5, and I see myself and I see how I feel. I see the people around me. I see how the air smells, the room smells. This is kind of like a theater type of thing, by the way. I'm a theater teacher too. So this is like a theater practice. What I do is I like to envision myself at my finish line. If you can vision, like have this vision of yourself right at your finish line of what you want in your goal, that will also help keep you motivated.
I mean, it works for me. So guys, don't knock it till you try it, okay?
Number 5, you have to say positive things to yourself. You have to. If you're a negative person, you gotta stop that. You can't move on this journey and be negative, because you're gonna just keep putting yourself down, and you're gonna feel like crap. And then who knows, you're gonna be turned into drugs and alcohol to make yourself feel better. Don't do that. Like, you can get a natural high just by telling yourself,
you know what? I did that. I hate to brag, but I did that.
You know, I do that all the time. Like I look at my YouTube videos, and for 2 reasons I look at my YouTube videos. I look to see how I can grow, because I always like to elevate. But then I also look at it to celebrate myself. I like to say, ooh, I like how I did this video. Ooh, that video is my favorite, or you know, things like that. So definitely say positive things to yourself. Also, I am statements. I am smart. I am creative. I am brave. I am strong. I am uplifting. Everybody, you can't say everybody. Everybody loves me. Hey, if you gotta say that to yourself to keep going, hey, I'm not knocking you. Do what you gotta do. So what I think saying positive things to yourself is, it's a way of manifesting, I think. I was talking to my husband about this too, and I told him, like, growing up, yes, I had to work for everything that I got in life, but I felt like it also came to me too, because I always told him, like, or I always tell myself, like, let's say, for example, I told myself, I want to write a children's book. No, I didn't say I want. I'm going to write a children's book. I said that to myself. And by just saying that, I don't know, it's just some universe portal just opened up, and God just started showing me the way. I'm Christian, by the way. I believe in God. So whoever you believe in, your higher power will show you the way. So you just gotta tell yourself, you gotta say, I will, or no, just say what you're gonna do. I'm gonna have what you want, a Range Rover? I'm gonna have a Range Rover, right? I'm going to climb on top of Kilimanjaro. I'm going to skydive. Whatever you want to do, you have to say it, because somehow saying it out loud, it's like the universe will hear you, and it's not like they're gonna drop it in your lap. It's gonna start opening tunnels. It's gonna open up places for you to get to where you're going, where you want to go. Okay, so I repeat, positive affirmations. Say positive things to yourself. No more
I want, I wish.
We don't do that. We do I am, I'm going to, or those type of statements. I am, I'm going to, no, I want, I am. Okay? All right? Because I don't look at negative. Negative does not have a place in my house, in my life. I can't do negativity. I leave negative people behind. If I feel like your energy is negative, I can't be friends with you.
Positive, 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 positive.
Number 6, look at people that are doing what you want to do and they're successful at it. That helps me a lot. It also helps too if you can find people that look like you. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes it more real. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm only gonna look up to Black children's book authors. I mean, if they're Caucasian, Mexican, Asian, I don't care. But if they're doing what I want to do, I like to see that, and that tells me it can be done. All right, I'm gonna repeat that for y'all. Find people that are in your field or doing what you want to do, right? And just look at their journey. I promise you, a lot of people talk about how they were sleeping in their car, or how they was broke, or how they were on food stamps, or going to pantries, or how they were homeless. And that stuff just humbles you. I mean, it humbles me, because I'm like, well, shoot, Tyler Perry slept in his car. Thank God I don't have to sleep in my car. But I love that he started from where he is and now he's all the way up here. You know what I mean? So fine. I love listening to success stories. Like, no matter who the person is, they can be a billionaire or they can be somebody that just has a successful business. Look at those successful people, look at their stories, kind of see, how they started, because 9 times out of 10, they started just like you. I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back. 9 times out of 10, these successful people started out
just like you,
or if not in a lower position than you are in. Come on. So if they can do it, why can't you? Why can't you do it? Please tell me. I'm waiting. You don't have an answer? Thank you, because you can do it. All right. So look and find successful people in your field doing what you want to do. Look at their journey, look at their struggles, even look at their successes. Like, look at how they are living. Like, I'm not saying that you have to copy them or anything, but just myself looking at other people's journeys, that just helps motivate me in itself. So y'all can use that. That helps me a lot. Number 7 is kind of a personal one for me. Some people might resonate with this, but I also tell myself, y'all, I don't like to waste time or money. So the fact that I've spent 2 years in this game, like in this author game, and when I say author game, writing children's books, selling children's books, marketing children's books, I spent 2 years doing this, right? I feel like if I was to quit tomorrow, I would have wasted 2 years of my life. My time, my effort, my energy. I don't like doing that. So tell yourself, if I quit now, what am I giving up? I would have been giving up 2 years where I could have been doing something else, right? But if you're in the right path, in a path that you're in because not for the money, can't be in it for the money. You have to enjoy what you're doing, first of all. But if you're in a journey where it's kind of like you're calling, this is what God is leading you to do. If you know that this is what you want to do, if this is what makes you happy, don't quit. Don't quit, because it can only get better. It can only get better. You know what I'm saying? Put yourself out there. You never know. You never know. I've gotten so many opportunities by just putting myself out there, guys. And I've met so many people that I would never ever meet if I didn't put myself out there. So you just have to keep going. So don't waste your time and your energy. Keep going. Okay, number 8. I tell myself this. I say this just like this. I say, if I quit tomorrow, if I quit today, what if tomorrow is my next big break? You know what I'm saying? You never know. One of the good things about life is just the unknown. Like, you just don't know where tomorrow's gonna lead you, right? You don't know what's gonna happen in the next hour, the next 2 hours, right? So if you quit today, what if tomorrow is your next big break? If you're an actor, if you quit today, tomorrow's your next big break. If you quit today, tomorrow somebody could be trying to sponsor you. If you quit today, some millionaire could probably be trying to reach out to you saying, I love what you are doing. Let's partner up. You don't know if you quit. So you gotta keep going, because you don't know what tomorrow has in store for you. I tell myself, if I quit today, what if tomorrow was my next big break? Say it with me. If I quit today, tomorrow might be my next big break. Good. How does that feel? It makes you want to keep going, right? Number 9. So something else that I do is I always think about the impact that my business or my goal will have on the world. One of my missions in life is to get families to create together. That's why I started this YouTube channel. I want to get families playing together. I want to get them to drop these phones and just bond and just do like how we used to do before all the social media and technology. So one of my goals is I want to see families bonding and doing things together. I'll visualize all these families just like creating together. I visualize people reading my books. I visualize all of these teachers and caregivers doing crafts together with their kids. I visualize all of that. So what I'm saying is something that keeps me going is always thinking about my mission, what I want to accomplish, and that keeps me going. So that's my number 9. Number 10. This is the last one. This is the biggest one. This is what I tell myself, y'all. You are not doing that bad. You're not. I know. It feels like the world is coming down on you. I know it feels like there's no tomorrow. I know that it feels like you can't go on. I know your heart is heavy, but y'all, you're not doing that bad. And what I mean is there's always somebody out there that's not doing as good as you. And what I'm saying is there's always somebody out there that's worse off than you. Like, I'm so serious. Like, you may feel like you're at the bottom of the totem pole. You might feel like gum on the bottom of somebody's shoe. You might feel like dirt. Like, you might feel like, oh my God, everybody's doing so much better than me, right? But I promise you, you are not doing that bad. There are people out there doing what you're doing with less money. There's people doing what you're doing with less support. There's people doing what you're doing with less resources. There's people doing what you're doing with declining health, less limbs. They got one arm, one leg. Like, you do not understand. Like, you are not doing that bad. You might feel like you are, but there's always somebody out there that's worse off than you. So you just need to be thankful for where you are right now. And think about this, guys. People still make a way. So when you feel like there's no way, there's always a way. Say that with me. When you feel like there's no way, there's always a way. You know, I love seeing videos where people overcome things. I love seeing videos where people, like, they've lost a limb, but they're still doing the impossible. Oh, I love those videos. I love them. And those, they motivate me too. Y'all might want to look some of those up. They motivate me too. But the very last thing I always tell myself, when I feel like the worst of the worst and I just want to give up, I say to myself, there's always somebody that is not where I am. So that makes me feel gratitude in that moment. I'm thankful for where I am. And that just gives me the boost and encouragement to keep going. I promise. If you think about that. I really, really, really want to open up that store. You're that close. You're this much closer than I am, because I'm not trying to open up a store. So you're already ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to just get off the ground and write a business plan, well, you already have an idea. You know what you're trying to do, right? So you're already ahead of me too, because I'm not doing that. So I say all that to say this. There's always somebody out there that wants what you have, okay? So please be grateful for what you have in the moment. And I'm gonna keep expanding on this in a second because I got some bonus tips for y'all coming up. And y'all might like the bonus tips more than you like the countdown. I don't know. There's always somebody out there that is not doing as good as you are. So keep going. All right, so now let me go ahead and give y'all some sprinkle on top of this cake, okay? We're gonna go ahead and put some icing and some sprinkles on here. This next section is for the person that is stuck in bed, depressed, don't wanna move, don't wanna do anything, that just wants to quit. These are just some extra tips that you can do to get yourself just moving, even if it's just a little bit, just an inch. Okay, this is what I do when I feel at my lowest of low. The first thing I do, and I don't know if this is a superpower or not, but I put myself in what I like to call autopilot. Now, autopilot is like, I know, so I'm gonna take an example. I know I need to film this video, right? I don't wanna get out of bed and film this video. I feel like crap, I'm sick. I got a headache. The kids are getting on my nerves. My husband is getting on my nerves. I don't wanna do anything, right? I put myself in what I like to call autopilot. Now, autopilot for me is just going in the motion. Just like not even thinking about it. Just roll yourself out of that bed, right? Roll yourself out of bed, your feet hit the floor, and then just like, for example, if I need to do a craft video, I'll just pick up a paintbrush, I'll pick up the camera, and I'll just start filming. And then what happens is while I'm just going through the motion, my body and my brain will just catch up with it and they'll be like, oh, so this is what we're doing, right? And then I'll keep going in the motion. And eventually, I don't know if it's a snowball effect or if it's momentum, but my body and my brain will just start feeling it. And then I'll get in the groove. And then before I know it, the deed is done, right? You don't feel like writing, you got writer's block, you're not motivated, just start writing something. The ideas will start coming, and then before I know it, I got a masterpiece. Fun fact, that is honestly how My Daddy Doesn't Need a Cape, my book, my first book, that's how that was done. Autopilot, just start doing and going in the motion. You don't have to feel it. You do not have to be passionate for it at that moment. Because every time I do something, if I told y'all I was passionate about it, I'd be lying to y'all. Put yourself in that environment. You're just gonna be in the zone and you're gonna be enjoying it, and it will not feel like a job. The next thing I do as well is I tell myself, don't compare yourself to other people. Like, remember when I told y'all to look up those successful people and see how they're doing their journey? If you're not there right now, that's okay. Don't compare yourself. You have a special journey that you are going to be on that don't look nothing like their journey, all right? Your journey might be like bumps, bruise, finish line. You don't know, right? So don't compare yourself to other people, because all that does, it makes you beat yourself up to the point where you're not going to be focused on what you need to do. So I'm awesome, I'm special. That's how you combat that. When you start comparing yourself to others, do them affirmations. I'm awesome, I'm smart, I'm courageous, I'm creative, I'm the best. Something else I do like to try to do is I always like to try to be better than the last thing that I did. So let's say, for example, if I went to an event, right, and I sold 5 books, I'm gonna try to make the next event where I sell 10 or more. If I do a video and I feel like, ooh, that video was so good, right? My next video, I want that video to be 10 times more. That keeps me going too, because it actually gives me something to strive for. So always try to keep elevating, try to make everything you do better than the last, better than the last. That's just my motivation, y'all. That's what I do. So for the people that are still depressed in bed, I know this is hard, but something that does something for me is when I get cute. You know, I put a little lip gloss on, put a little eyeshadow on, put a little, this ain't a full fresh beat, you know, because I mean, I used to be a makeup artist. I used to get glammed up, but I needed motivation to film this video today. And the only way that I got the confidence to get on here is I did a little light beat. So my other tip really is for the people that are just down in the dumps, depressed, try to put on an outfit that makes you feel confident and cute and sexy, whatever you want to do, honey. Guess what? You're gonna look at yourself in the mirror and you'll be like, dang, that's a bad right there. Like, hey, I feel cute. So now that I feel cute, I feel confident, and now I'm ready to do some things. All right, so in the last extra tip I have for you guys is something that motivates me, believe it or not, is when I do something nice for other people. But whatever you're doing, you could just do something from the goodness of your heart for somebody else, and it'll make you feel good. And I don't know, it's just something about when you feel good, you get motivated to keep doing things, right? Just help others and just be a beacon of light. And that really is why I think I'm so blessed, and I'm getting blessings on blessings, because I'm always helping people. Like, I do so many nice things that I don't even tell y'all about. Because I did something nice for this person, something nice is coming back to me 10 times fold. Like, sometimes I'll go on Instagram and I'll just find people doing what I'm doing, and then I'll look at them and I'll say, oh my God, girl, you killed it at that book event. Keep going, sis. Like, spreading all this goodness out there. You're doing great. Go ahead, sis. Okay, bro, I see you. Keep pushing, keep elevating. You did that. When you're being checked out at the grocery store, look that clerk in the eye and say, thank you. I hope you have a blessed day. Like, that takes nothing. What was that, 5 lines? I hope you have a blessed day. 6 things, 6 words. Spread kindness. Okay. Something else that could help motivate you guys, because that does help me as well, get you a tribe or get you a friend or two that believes in you, believes in what you're doing, that you can have there in your circle anytime you need to talk to somebody. For me, that's my mom and my husband. Like, if I'm having a bad day and I just feel like, oh my God, everything I'm doing is for nothing, you know, and I'm just talking negative about myself, sometimes I'll talk to them and I'll be like, man, I really feel bad today. Like, can you just help motivate me? And they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have anybody in your life like that, if your family's just like doesn't believe in you, or if you have a circle around you that don't they don't believe in your vision and what you're doing, get away from them first of all. You got to get yourself away from that environment. But another option is go online. There's a lot of trolls online, we know that, but other than trolls, there are a lot of good people online. I found so many awesome people. If you're watching this video right now and you're somebody in my tribe and you know who you are, right? My author tribe that I found online, y'all know who y'all are, and then they latch on each other and they keep motivating each other. That's something else that I do as well. So I love to surround myself around people that are doing what I'm doing, and then we motivate each other. Get you a tribe, and if you don't have one in real life, get one online, okay? It's easy to find, I promise you. And if you can't find people to motivate you, come follow me. I'll motivate you. We can boost each other up. You see what I'm saying? So get y'all a tribe. Get you a tribe. Okay, I'm done. All right, guys. So if you found this video valuable, if you found any of my tips helpful, please do me a favor and like this video down below. It'll just help me out and show me that you guys like this kind of content, and I'll get on here and I'll preach to y'all some more, because believe it or not, it helps me just as much as it helps y'all to be out here reflecting on what motivates me, because now I feel motivated. I'm ready to make another video, honey. Also, I want to hear from you guys. What tips do you have that you can share with the world or share with me? Drop them down in the description box below. Comment what motivates you. Maybe it's something I didn't say or something I didn't consider, because I do read the comments. So I want to go down there and I want to check out how you guys are staying motivated. And if you don't have any other tips other than what I said, what tip resonated with you? Which tip are you going to try today? You guys can subscribe to the channel and let me know, and I got you, boo. So until next time, y'all keep elevating. Blessings on blessings coming for you. I know it feels hard right now, but you got this. I'm telling you, you got this, okay? I promise it's not that hard. It gets better, okay? It gets better. Hey, we gonna do this together. Y'all lock in, let's get focused, and let's take over the world. All right, y'all, bye.
Seen a hottest chick that a youngin' never seen before. I say, yo, tell the girl I wanna meet her. On second